Studying effectively isn't just about spending hours with a book in front of you. It's about how you study. If you ever spend all night cramming and still struggle on test day, it might be time to change your approach. Today, I'm sharing the best study techniques to help you boost your grades, retain information longer, and actually enjoy the learning process. First, let's talk about active recall, one of the most powerful ways to study. Instead of just reading and highlighting, test yourself on the material. Cover up your notes and try to explain the concept in your own words. Use flashcards, practice quizzes, or even teach the topic to a friend. The act of pulling information from your memory strengthens your brain's ability to remember it long term. Next, we have spaced repetition, which is all about reviewing material at strategic intervals. Instead of cramming everything the night before, space out your study sessions over days or weeks. This technique is backed by science. It helps move information from short-term to long-term memory. Apps like Quizlet help use spaced repetition to show your flashcards at the right time, just before you're about to forget. Now, let's address note-taking techniques. If your notes are messy with random sentences, it's time for a change. The Cornell Method is one of the best ways to organize information. Divide your page into 3 sections: one for main points, one for details, and one for summary. This structure makes it easier to review and recall important information later. Another great strategy is mind mapping, which helps with subjects that have a lot of interconnected ideas. Drawing out concepts visually can help your brain make better connections. Another game changer, the Pomodoro technique. Instead of studying for hours straight, break your work into focused 25-minute sessions, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 sessions, take a longer break. This method keeps your brain fresh, helps maintain concentration, and prevents burnout. Plus, it turns studying into something manageable instead of feeling like an overwhelming marathon. Let's not forget the importance of the study environment. Where you study definitely matters more than you think. A quiet, clutter-free space with good listening and lighting can help you focus better. Avoid studying on your bed. It tricks your brain into thinking it's time to relax. If possible, find a designated study spot that signals your brain that it's time to get to work. Now on to the power of practice tests. Instead of just reading your textbook, put yourself in exam mode. Look for past papers, create your own test questions, or use online resources. This technique helps reduce test anxiety because it makes you familiar with the exam format and forces you to retrieve information under pressure. One underrated yet highly effective technique is interleaving, which means mixing up different subjects or types of problems instead of just focusing on just one. For an example, if you're studying math, instead of doing 20 of the same type of problems, mix in different types. This forces your brain to adapt and strengthen problem-solving skills. Sleep and nutrition also plays a massive role in how well you retain information. Pulling an all-nighter might seem like a good idea, but it actually hurts your memory. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep before an exam to let your brain consolidate what you've learned. Also, eat brain-boosting foods like nuts, berries, fish, and stay hydrated. Dehydration can reduce concentration and memory. Lastly, find ways to make learning fun. Gamify your study sessions with apps, use music to help with focus, or study with a friend using active discussion methods. The more engaged you are, the easier it is to absorb and remember information. So let's recap. Use active recall to test yourself. spaced repetition to reinforce your learning over time, effective note-taking methods to stay organized, and the Pomodoro technique to keep your focus sharp. Create a good study environment, practice with past exams, and mix up your subjects with interleaving. And don't forget to take care of your brain with sleep, good nutrition, and learning techniques. With the right study strategies, anyone can improve their grades. It's not about studying harder, it's about studying smarter. Try out these techniques and see what works best for you. Your future self will thank you. I'm Amanda, and I will see you in the next video.